Hola, hola, welcome. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you needed to ask for the time in Spanish and just froze? Well, you've come to the perfect place. We are going to tackle that together, and trust me, it's way easier than you think. Seriously, this is one of the most practical skills you can possibly learn. By the time we're done with this short explainer, you'll not only know how to ask what time it is, but you'll be setting up appointments and making plans with total confidence. You ready? Let's jump right in. Okay, first things first. Everything, and I mean everything, starts with this one key question. You're going to hear it, you're going to use it, so let's get right to it and break it down. So, qué hora es literally translates to what hour is it? But wait a second, where's the word it? Well, that's the cool part about Spanish sometimes. It's just implied. Super efficient, right? All you need is qué hora es.
All right, so how do you answer that? Well, about 99% of the time, you're going to start your answer with these two little words, son las. Just think of it as your go-to phrase for it is. But, and this is a big but, there's one really crucial exception you have to know. So listen up for this next part.
And here it is, the famous 1 o'clock rule. This is the exception. Since 1 is singular, you use the singular form, es la. So it's es la una. Now you might be wondering, wait, why una and not uno? Great question. It's because the word for hour, la hora, is a feminine word. So for 1 o'clock, you're really saying it is the 1 hour. Makes sense, right? For every other hour, 2 through 12, they're plural, so you go right back to our trusty son las.
All right, pop quiz. How would you say it is 7 o'clock? Go on, think about it for a second. Is 7 singular or plural? It's plural, of course. So you'd say, son las siete. Yes, you got it. See? This isn't so bad. Excelente. Okay, so we've got the hours down. Let's add some minutes into the mix. You'll be happy to know the first half of the clock, from minute 1 to 30, is a piece of cake. It's like a simple recipe. You say the hour, then the word y, which just means and then you say the number of minutes. So if you see 4:20 on the clock, you'd say, son las 4:20. Just like that. Super straightforward. Now, you know how in English we say quarter past or half past? Well, Spanish has some awesome shortcuts just like that. For 15 minutes past the hour, instead of saying y quince, you'll sound way more like a native speaker if you say y cuarto, which means and a quarter. And for 30 minutes, the go-to phrase is y media, and a half. These are real game changers for sounding natural. And here's where we get to see these rules team up beautifully. Let's take 1:30. What do? Well, first, we pull out our special 1 o'clock rule, es la una. Then, we add our cool shortcut for 30 minutes, y media. Put them together, and what do you get? Es la 1:30. Perfect. So, you've totally nailed the first half of the clock. But what happens when that minute hand ticks past the 30-minute mark? This is where things get a little different. Spanish has a really unique way of handling it. And yeah, it involves a tiny bit of subtraction. Okay, say hello to the word menos. It literally means minus or less. So for the second half of the clock, you're not going to count the minutes past the hour anymore. Instead, you're going to jump ahead to the next hour and then subtract the minutes you need to get there. It's like you're counting down to the next hour. Let's walk through an example together. Imagine it's 8:50. Now sure, you could say, son las 8:50, and people would understand you. But it's way, way more common to use our new friend, menos. So what's the next hour after 8? It's 9, right? And how many minutes until 9 o'clock? 10 minutes. So you say, son las 9 menos 10. Literally, it is 9 minus 10. I know, it feels like a little mental workout at first, but once it clicks, it really clicks. Okay, you ready for the final boss? This is the one that trips almost everyone up, but not you. Not anymore. Let's look at 12:50. So what's the next hour? It's 1 o'clock. And what do we know about 1 o'clock? Ding, ding, ding. It has its own special rule. We have to use es la una. So 12:50 becomes es la 1 menos 10. It is 1 minus 10. You've just unlocked the secret level. Seriously, if you get this, you are golden.
Amazing! You've got the basics of telling time down pat. But knowing what time it is right now is only half the battle. What if you need to make plans? Ask when a class starts or when you're supposed to meet a friend. The language changes just a little bit, but it's super important.
It's actually really, really easy. To ask when something is happening, you take our original question, ¿Qué hora es? And you just pop one little letter on the front, a. So it becomes ¿A qué hora es?
That little a changes the question from what time is it to at what time is it? And guess what? The answer works the exact same way. You just add that little word a to the beginning. So, if someone asks what time it is, you say son las 10. But if you're saying the meeting is at 10, you say a las 10. Same thing for our special 1 o'clock rule. Telling the time right now, es la una. Saying your appointment is at 1, a la una. It's a tiny word, but it makes all the difference.
So let's imagine a real-world scenario. Your friend asks you, ¿A qué hora es la clase? At what time is the class? You know the answer is 10 o'clock. You'd say, La clase es a las 10. The class is at 10. See? This is the kind of practical conversation you'll be having all the time.
But what about AM and PM? I mean, 8 o'clock could be breakfast or bedtime, and that's a big difference. It's an easy fix. You just add one of these phrases at the end. De la mañana for the morning, de la tarde for the afternoon, and de la noche for the evening or night.
Okay, I'm going to give you a little pro tip here, a common mistake a lot of learners make. You might be tempted to say en la mañana for in the morning, because en means in. It makes sense. But when you're talking about a specific time, you have to use de la mañana. The rule is easy to remember. If there's a number involved, a specific time, use de.
All right, let's build the ultimate sentence, putting all of these pieces together. How would you say, I arrive at 8 in the morning? Let's see, we need our scheduling word, so that's a las. We need the time, ocho, and we need the time of day, de la mañana. So, llego a las 8 de la mañana. Beautiful. You've just combined all the rules into one flawless, practical sentence.
So what's the best way to make all of this stick? Well, I have a super simple exercise for you. A few times a day, whenever you happen to look at a clock, just say the time out loud in Spanish. That's it. It takes 2 seconds, but it makes a huge difference in building that muscle memory. You will be a natural before you know it.
Okay, to pull this all together for you, here is your official time-telling cheat sheet. I would seriously recommend pausing and grabbing a screenshot of this. It's got everything we talked about, how to ask the question, that all-important 1 o'clock rule, using e and menos, scheduling with Alice, and adding the time of day. It's your new best friend on this journey.
So, I'll leave you with a final question. We've gone over all the rules, all the tricks. Now you have the tools. The only thing left to do is to use them. So, my question for you is, ¿A qué hora vas a practicar hoy? At what time are you going to practice today?